For more on this story, I want to bring in my good friend. You've seen her before. We haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. I had a bunch of football and basketball stuff to do or whatever. But she's back. The lovely, the wonderful Miss Tori Cooper is back here on the show. What's up, Tori? How are you doing? You heard what I had to say. Any problem with my comments?
You're getting cooked. You're getting cooked on social media, on just a shade room, everywhere. You're getting cooked for this one, Stephen A.
Why?
Hey, you're used to that, though. It's fine.
Why? What's the
You're
problem?
used to that. I mean, it's two things happening at once.
What did I say wrong, Tori?
You didn't say anything wrong, okay? You didn't say anything wrong. That is a perspective that is out there. But you have to acknowledge the other part of the conversation, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if your man is cool with this, your man is cool with this, okay? If your man is cool with this, your man is cool with this. You have to have that conversation, and it starts and stops there, right? So her man said, look, this was bigger than Drake. And she said, this was bigger than Drake. This is because if you look back at the history of it, go back to 2012 when she won the Olympics, she did the crip walk. She got pushed back for it. And it's because they said, you shouldn't be doing a performance like that, dancing on a public stage like that has gang connotations to the dance that you're doing. Now, we know that she is reclaiming and celebrating her past. She's from Compton. Kendrick's from Compton, California. Bloods, the Crips. There was symbolism in the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. And so this was those two moments in one. And also that was her way of saying, like, look, you're not going to steal the dance I love doing, and I'm going to do it on the Super Bowl stage. So if my man is cool with me reclaiming my narrative, I'm going to be cool with it.
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody's disputing that. Nobody's having a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Do your thing. I'm saying I used it to springboard to a general gender kind of conversation, or relationship, say gender, a relationship kind of conversation. Most men, if they look at you and they saw that you were giving energy in any way to your ex, they would be like, you with me. You supposed to be happy with me. Why is your ex getting that kind of energy? Just like a woman, if she sees you giving any kind of energy. You know how many times dudes go off and they're pissed off about an ex, and a woman is looking at them going like this. What's he so mad about? Why is he reacting that way? I mean, what's his problem? He's with me. Why is he worried about her? You trying to tell me women don't do that?
Of course they do. Of course they do. But in this situation, I really believe it was bigger than that. So, of course, you're going to get cooked online, though, for this, because they're saying, why are you even coming for Serena? This was so much bigger. And they're saying two things. But what I want to say is two things can be real and can be true. And I do agree with what you're saying, that, yes, this is a conversation that's out there. Men are the ones who at times feel this way, that why are you going to be 40 with two kids out there and giving this type of energy to another man? There is that conversation out there. And the people who are not going to act like they maybe have that feeling towards it, that they may not. But there are men that hold that perspective. But I think at the end of the day, as long as you're having that conversation with your man, that's what matters.
But, Tori, what I'm saying to you is this. I ain't bring up the kids. I didn't bring up her age. All I'm saying is you're in a relationship and happy with your man. Not forget Serena and her husband. Again, that was to springboard towards a bigger conversation, because we were just joking about that. But it was like, damn, that kind of energy. Of course she has the right to do it. Of course it's nobody's business. Of course she could do what she wants to do. She doesn't deserve to be insulted, and neither does her husband. I'm saying, off of a general conversation, there's plenty of men that would have an issue with their woman showing any kind of energy. Let me ask you, can I get a little personal, Tori? Can I get a little personal?
Okay.
You expressed, you're pretty happy. You found the man of your dreams, and, you're very, very happy and stuff like that. I want to ask a question about your man. Nobody got to know who he is. If your man, saw you on a stage giving, it could be negative, but giving extra energy to an ex, how would he feel?
I'd have to ask him. Beforehand, Steven. I'd have to ask him. I haven't had this conversation
with him. So you don't know? Are you, Tori, you sitting there?
I would assume that no matter what, it's a touchy area,
right
Stephen A. I would assume that it could be a touchy area. And that's why I would have the conversation with him.
Okay.
Before I would even step foot on that stage.
Hold on. So, got you. No problem. But what I'm saying to you is this, Tori. Is it possible that you know him already. And because I'm not talking about Serena and her husband. Forget that now. I'm talking general, men, women.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that you would never put yourself in that position because he's a man and you know how he'd probably feel?
Again, it's still the Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie. I'm still going to reach out to my man and see how he feels about it. I'm going to see how he feels about it, because if this meant so much to me, if I had this lore, this background of this dance was basically criticized, and then now I have a moment to do that same dance on a Super Bowl stage in a symbolic message to America, I'm going to want to potentially take that. And I'm going to still talk to my man, though, and see how he feels about it. But it's so much bigger than some guy I was kind of maybe dating, and I shared a few kisses with and was caught taking pictures. You know, it wasn't like they didn't even really come out and really express how much their relationship was, you know, and you've probably had relationships too, Stephen A, that maybe aren't as in depth and weren't as serious and maybe don't deserve all this energy either. But that is to your point too. She did give a lot of energy to this moment.
But I didn't give a lot of energy to it until everybody was on social media going, oh, all I did was joke about it on national TV for 30 seconds. That's all I did. And by the way, I got one of my peeps here, want to make sure, because I want to make sure I got to be fair. I got to be fair. I got to give the information, right? Oh my God, far be it from me to fail to give the information, right? Drake dissed Serena's husband. This is in the past. So her doing that was also a slap in Drake's face for disrespecting her and her husband. Here was the lyrics in Drake's song about it. Sidebar, Serena, your husband a groupie. He claimed we don't got a problem, but no, boo, it is like you coming for sushi. That's what he wrote, okay? I don't know the damn song. Don't care. All I'm saying is, you a dude. Most do. This is what pisses me off. See, you women, you got men scared of their own damn shadow. So they got to agree with you even when they know our nature from time to time. As men, most, not all, if you have a woman in your life who is showing extra energy of any kind to an ex, it will raise an eyebrow and elevate suspicion, which is why women who don't want to lose their man watch out for stuff like that. And when they don't watch out for stuff like that, it's because they've reached a point where they don't care because he might have pissed them off.
Let me ask you something.
That's all I was trying to say.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. So you don't think she had this conversation with her husband? They did have this conversation.
I think she did.
Okay, so why
did. But why do you keep ignoring the fact that? But why do you keep ignoring the fact that it wasn't about her? It was springboarding towards the male-female dynamic and how most men would feel if their woman was in that position.
That is
not
true.
Necessarily specifically about Serena.
Okay, and I see that point too. It is a gender. There is a point about gender that you're trying to make about how there are men out there that share this perspective, and the ones that didn't come to your defense in social media and basically left you hanging high and dry, you know, acting like they don't feel that way is not true.
That's
There's
right.
definitely men that feel that.
A bunch of wusses.
And they're not trying to get cooked,
Tori.
Steven.
A bunch of wusses. They were scared.
They're not trying to get cooked. They're not trying to get cooked like you.
Because is that
that's what it is.
Is that because it's Valentine's Day? That's what it is? It's Valentine's Day coming up?
Yeah, they're not trying to.
They're not trying to mess up their
stir the pot.
Day
they're
weekend.
not trying to stir the pot right now. Things are good. They got their Valentine's Day plans. They got the fake roses. They got the chocolates. The last thing they want to hear about is that. They don't want to hear about, wow, so this is how you feel about that?
So Tori, check out what I'm gonna do. Check out what I'm gonna do. Cause see, I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, Tori, is I'm gonna look out for all the fellas. On behalf of all the fellas, I'm gonna take this on the chin. I'm gonna act like it's just me. Shannon ain't got nothing to do with this. RC ain't got nothing to do with this. Dan Orlovsky ain't got nothing to do with this. All the men out there on social media, y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna take this on the chin for the fellas.
Steven,
I'm gonna act like it's just me.
Let me ask you something.
When I know damn well it's most of the male species. Go ahead.
So do you feel, you really do feel that way personally? This is your personal belief of how you would feel if in this situation, because people want to know where you fall in certain places for certain topics. So this is where you feel.
Yes. Hell yes.
Right.
And let me put it to you this way. If I had a woman who was going to perform on stage during a diss track for her ex-boyfriend, I would look at her and go like this. The fuck you think you're doing? What's the problem? Why do you feel the need to do that? I would look at her and be like, what? Tell me why you need to do that. But that's me. If Serena's husband to do that, that's his business. It's prerogative. I'm not insulting him at all. I'm telling you what I would do.
Yeah.
And I would raise an eyebrow. So he affects you in that way, huh? He still got that kind of effect? Really? Okay. Because, I think I'm gifted enough in a variety of ways not to be a consolation prize for anybody. And I would instantly be thinking of myself as a consolation prize if I saw that kind of energy. That's just me being honest as a dude. If other dudes don't want to be honest enough to admit that, that's on them. To the ladies out there, I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't mind expressing myself. Just showing you where my heart lies.
Is it annoying to you because of the message it sends to other people?
No, not annoying. I just think that men are not being honest. I just think that the guys out there that have spoken against it, not Serena and her husband for the last time, in general, the male-female dynamic, relationship dynamic, I don't think men are being honest about that. All I'm saying to you is most men that I know feel that way. Whether they're willing to admit it or not, that's on them. It's a damn shame that I've been left to stand alone on this issue. That's all I got to say. Tori, I got to run, all right?
All right, Steven.
I got to get on out of here for the moment. Anyway, all right, you take it easy. Thanks for joining me.